Hello everyone, you all can see that I'm holding a colorful ball in my hands, and amazingly this ball is wearing bangles. So have you ever seen a ball wearing bangles? Yes, today we are going to discuss about the concept of latitudes that you all can see. The bangles are representing some latitudes, and this smiley ball that I have colored in beautiful colors, this ball represents Earth. Okay, all right, so we are going to discuss today that why these latitudes are important. Okay, the five latitudes are important on Earth. Okay, and they are equator, which is at 0 degree. Then we have Tropic of Cancer, which is at 23.5 degree north. Then we have Tropic of Capricorn, which is at 23.5 degree south. Then we have Antarctic Circle. This circle, all right, this is at 66.5 degrees south. And then at the top near the North Pole we have Arctic Circle, all right, this is also at 66.5 degree north. So we are going to discuss that why these five latitudes are important. Okay, what interesting phenomenon is happening on these latitudes that these are important. Okay, so first we will discuss the concept of equator. Okay, this equator line lies at the center of the earth, and it divides earth into two equal hemispheres, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay, all right, then on the equator very interesting phenomenon happens, and that is called equinox. Okay, equinox is the day when the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they receive equal sunlight and equal night time. That means 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night time. So that means night and days are of equal length. The sun is in such a way, the sun rays are falling on earth in such a way that all the areas in the northern hemisphere and all the areas in the southern hemisphere, they have equal days and equal night. Okay, and that happens on twice a year, that is in March and in September. So that is why this equator is important. Then we'll move on to the next latitude which is important, and this is your Tropic of Cancer. Now this is that line, this is that circle or latitude on earth where the sun will be at least overhead once in a year. All right students, remember, this is this line, this is this circle where the sun will be at least overhead once in a year last time. Beyond this time the sun will never be overhead. Are you getting it? Beyond this time the sun will never be overhead. After that the rays will be slanting always. Now the same thing happens here also on this Tropic of Capricorn. Again, at least once in a year the sun rays will be direct. Okay, that is overhead to the observer. Here the sun rays will be, the sun will be directly overhead. Okay, so that is why this line is important. So that means these two lines are important because beyond this line and beyond this line of latitude the sun will never be overhead. Okay, so here it happens in June. Okay, so that is called June solstice, and here it happens in December. Okay, all right, in December it will happen. When you have your June solstice here, then you have your winter solstice here. Okay, all right, so that is the difference. So the opposite happens when in the southern hemisphere you have summer season, then the day will be longest here and the night will be shortest. And here when the northern hemisphere will have your summer solstice, then what will happen? Then here the day will be the longest and the night will be the shortest. Now we'll move on to the next circle, that is your Arctic Circle. Why this circle is important? Now students, if you have ever heard about the concept of midnight sun, that is the sun is shining even at midnight. Has it ever happened in your area? Of course, we are living in India. It has never happened like that here. That sun is even visible at night time, at midnight. But yes, this is the first circle where it happens. Okay, an observer will observe sunlight throughout the day once in a year. And as you go higher, this phenomenon even becomes prominent. So that means at North Pole, you will have 6 months of daylight only in the summer season. Okay, all right, and 6 months of night time in the winter season. The same concept happens here near the Antarctic Circle also. On Antarctic Circle also, an observer will witness at least 24 hours of daylight once in a year, and as you go beyond, of course, this phenomenon will become prominent. Okay, all right. So same thing on South Pole also. 6 months of daylight and 6 months of night time. Okay, 6 months of night, 6 months of day. Isn't it amazing? So but yes, this happens on both the poles in the opposite seasons. When we have a summer season here, then you have winter season here. So that means on North Pole, when you are witnessing 6 months of daytime, then at the same time, Antarctic Circle, inside the Antarctic Circle, it will be night time. 6 months of night time at South Pole. All right. So this is the importance of these 5 latitudes. That is why we have named them. Though we have so many other latitudes also in between. You know that beyond equator also, in between equator and Cancer, we have so many latitudes. In between equator and Capricorn also, we have so many latitudes, and beyond also. But why these are important? Because such interesting phenomenons are happening here. Then you all can also see that I have colored this ball. What is the reason that I have colored this ball? I have colored this ball because I have tried to represent different heat zones on the earth also. So between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, you have torrid zone. The conditions here are hot and humid. Okay, this zone is also called tropical zone. Then beyond Tropic of Cancer, that means between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, you have a temperate zone. All right, here the conditions are neither very hot nor very cold, because the sun rays are slanting like this, not like this. Okay, the sun rays are falling slanting. Okay, you can see that my hand, if they are sun rays, they are slanting, they do not fall like this. But on equator, the sun rays are straight like this. Okay, so that is why this area is hot as compared to this area. So here also you have temperate zone, here also the sun rays will be slanting. Okay, that is why this area is neither very hot nor very cold. And here, of course, beyond Antarctic Circle and beyond Arctic Circle, the sun rays become even more slanting, and you have frigid zone here. This zone and this blue zone, this is frigid zone. The conditions here are freezing. All right, near South Pole and near North Pole, you all know that it's icy conditions throughout the year. So students, I hope you all have understood that why we have named these latitudes, why these are important, and you have also understood the concept of different heat zones present on Earth. So thanks for watching, everyone.